Yeah, so my girl and I are plowing snow today, and I thought, I can't stop thinking about Virginia. So Virginians, I want you to know something. Standing up for the Constitution, it's not radical. Violating the Constitution is radical. You know, what's going on there? The confiscation of guns, I think that violates the right of citizenry to keep and bear arms, and that it shouldn't be infringed. An infringement of that would be like making it hard for you to buy a gun or to buy ammunition, like California does. But defending the Constitution is not radical. And I just want to remind all you Virginians of that. I know you already know that because you're standing up. But you know what? There's a lot of people in our government that are living off the ploy that if you tell a lie long enough, people will begin to believe it. Those who defend the Constitution aren't radical. Those that are violating it, they are. Then I look at New York, where some crazy guy with a knife attacks 5 Jewish people at a rabbi's house. And Governor Cuomo of New York, he just says, you know what? He's going to do something about it. He's going to take some new initiative on some hate crime laws. You know what is interesting about a hate crime law? What is it? How do you constitute it? Would talking bad about your government, would that be a hate crime? Would standing up for the Constitution when there's people in the government that are trying to violate it, like Governor Cuomo, who doesn't let people have guns in New York City? You know what I thought was really interesting in this whole 15-minute dialogue of how much he cared about people? I thought he was going to look at the Jewish representatives there and say, you know what? I've realized that the best thing I can do is respect the Constitution of the United States and allow you all to have your firearms. I thought that's what he was going to say because, that would make a lot of sense. No, new laws, new hate crime laws, which are going to end up working against people who want to defend themselves. And then I guess last but not least, let's go to Texas. This moron who goes into a church and kills one person and wounds another. And then thank goodness in Texas, you can still carry a gun. You can still have a gun. The Constitution is still alive in Texas. And the bad guy is not. That's a good thing. The easiest way to get rid of bad guys is to actually get rid of them. How do we have this side of the government right now that stands up for killers and rapists and it feels for them, and they're the same people who say, but we should be killing children in the womb? I don't get that. Or, that never talk about the $21 trillion deficit, but promise everybody how much more they're gonna give. When are people going to wake up? You people in New York City, going back to New York City, people of New York City, Governor Cuomo said that there's 19 million of you there. Do you realize that there is a law of the land called the Constitution, and it guarantees you the right that you can have a gun so you can protect yourself, and that you have elected people into office and have law enforcement officials? And hey, I was a cop for 20 years. I know better. That think that you shouldn't have a gun because, doggone it, that makes the world safer. Let me tell you something. The only people that taking guns away works for is tyrannical governments. That's how our country was founded. We got tired of that kind of nonsense. And then we had people that were so brave, they signed their signature on a page and they sent it to the king and said, hey, come kill me because I'm going to start a revolution. That was bravery. And when those people, the ones that survived, won the conflict, they wrote a document ensuring American citizens would never live through that again by limiting government. You see, the Constitution doesn't give citizenry anything. It limits government on what they can take. And we have people in the government that are now violating it. They are running to try to get in office, running on a platform of violating the Constitution that they have to swear an oath to protect and defend if they win the seat. That's lunacy, friends. That's lunacy. Stand up, America. God loves you. And you patriots in Virginia, and you patriots in Texas, and I know there's some patriots in New York. Come on, man. Get it together. This is the United States of America. We got to get rid of these people in office that are violating the Constitution and can't even look you straight in the face and say, maybe I made a mistake. Keep safe.